Hello all. Alright, today we're going to talk about environmental update. Let's talk about sea ice and how the extent is so low this year. And we're going on record lows like we were last year and the year before that and the year before that. Let's go over the board. So let's just look about what's been happening in 2015. Let's look at what happened. So it started out and it of course dipped during the summer and it came back up. That was 2015. Let's talk about this year. This year it started out low, went up past, came back down, sort of played in and out of where it was before, and then it started to dip, and then it slightly went in, and now it's way down. Now the thing I really wanted to talk to you about was this number versus this number. This is square kilometers of ice up in the Arctic. So on November 16th there was 8.674, but today it was at 8.633. It had lost all that in just that short time. And mushy, this is when the ice level goes up, not down. So here in 2016, we have a record-breaking sea ice loss in the Arctic. Record-breaking, never seen this before. That goes along with the hottest years and the hottest months and the incredible amount of glacier melt in the mountains, especially in South America, where they need that water so badly, especially in Africa as well. There's a couple other places like Tokyo, which needs all of its glaciers. But they're quickly disappearing. Let's talk about CO2 levels for a minute. This is kind of different because we're always talking about what the CO2 levels are. Let's look at it in a different way. Let's look at it in billions of tons per year. So in 2015, the CO2 level in billions of tons was 26 billion tons per year. In 2016, it's 36 billion tons per year. That is an incredible increase, and we're seeing rates of CO2 jump through the roof. So what is today's CO2 count? It's 403.55 parts per million. Last year at this time, it had just reached 400 parts per million. The rates are increasing. We're going up in CO2 faster and faster every year, every month, every week. Now we unfortunately have to talk some politics, as you always do when you're talking the environment, because there's no way to really make big changes unless you use politics and the governments. So Trump's transition team to the EPA is Myron Ebell, a staunch denialist, doesn't believe in climate change at all. That's going to be possibly picking who's going to be in charge of the EPA, and the short list is looking bleak. Not one environmentalist in the batch, all denialists. Now let's just take a quick look at who won the election of 2016 right here. Now as you notice that Trump is losing by more and more votes. Over 2 million votes now. Clinton has over 2 million more votes than Trump. What are you guys going to do on inaugural day? Are we going to put up with this? Are we just going to sit back and say that Trump is the president regardless of whether he won or not? Isn't there any kind of thing about whether you win an election or not? Jill Stein is pushing to have a recount and figure out this electoral college issue. Something we shouldn't ignore. What are you doing on inaugural day? Are you going to sit back or are you going to be out in the streets? I'm going to take the camera out and take a look and see what other people are doing on this day. Anything? Or are there going to be millions and millions of people in the streets worldwide protesting another stolen U.S. election? Or are we just going to sit back and watch football or something? So there we are. the latest. And once again, I appreciate all your great comments on the last videos, and I appreciate your ups and your downs, and especially the new subscribers seem to be coming in. And until next time.